Hi there. Welcome to my screencast. My name's Ellie Hurst and my dissertation presentation title is Do Sea Turtles Alter Their Nesting Behaviour in Response to Tropical Cyclone Patterns? Right. To begin, climate change is a really prevalent issue that has so many implications to processes, ecosystems and organisms. And sea turtles have been around for millions of years and have faced so many various extinction events, which had so many different climates as well. But they're still really vulnerable to climatic events taking place because human activities have really elevated this over recent years with bycatch fishing and pollution, like polluting oceans and all of that. Tropical cyclones are really frequent and have huge effects on turtle nesting behaviours and are becoming more frequent due to climate change. When talking about tropical cyclones, I'm referring to storms and hurricanes and cyclone depressions. There have been a few studies looking into the effects of these events, but it's still unknown whether sea turtles are starting to change their nesting behaviours in response to tropical cyclones. So my aims are to compare the frequency of tropical cyclones and the number of nests that are laid in an area of sea turtle nesting in Florida, and whether there is a relationship between the two and if we can make future predictions in sea turtle populations after seeing that. So for my methodology, I found tropical cyclone data online using the NOAA website, so the National Hurricane Center Tropical Cyclone Reports. And I looked at data in the North Atlantic region during the months of May all the way through to November. And I took data from 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021 on the cyclone tracks. For my sea turtle nesting data, I found data on the loggerhead and the green turtle from the Moat Marine Laboratory and Aquarium, and I found the data from 2018, 2019, 2020 and 21, so the same as my cyclone data. And what I found was as tropical cyclones have increased, we've seen sea turtle nesting reduce. So in 2019, it was the highest time in June there was the most nests laid in June in 2019, and there was 0 cyclones that month. And then a year on from that, we saw an increase in cyclones. There were 2 more cyclones that month of June than there was the year before, and that had a huge effect on sea turtle nests, and they decreased from a total of 2,410 to 1,626 in 2020. So that was a huge drop. So from those results, we can suggest that tropical cyclones do have an impact on turtle nesting behaviours. However, there are other factors that do have implications on the data as well, not only the frequency of cyclones, but also if nesting seasons were large before. So in 2019, it was the largest nesting season that I have data from, and the following years on from that are tremendously less, and that could be down to a reduction in breeding season. So the data could be affected by the subsequent years of nesting. Also, it could be affected by other factors, including cyclone intensity, so not just the frequency that I've been looking at, but also the intensity of the cyclones and sort of the wind speed and tidal, like how big waves are because of these cyclones. Now, these other factors can also be having an effect on the data I have found as well. And the way in which we could reduce limiting factors is by collecting data over a longer period of time than 4 years, to improve the accuracy of our results. So from the research I've conducted, I would say that future studies do need to be thinking about cyclone activity as a component in climate-related effects on sea turtle nesting behaviour for future studies. And also on from that, by monitoring tropical cyclones, we can predict population changes and foresee any conservation issues that might occur and put the measures in place in order to prevent them from happening. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed.